Okay, you've made it to video number 4, and we're going to start this one off by discussing our 7th president, who is Andrew Jackson. Of course, not everybody views Andrew Jackson the same way. Some people view him as a hero for democracy and the common man, but some other people view him more like this. And that's because of Andrew Jackson's actions against the Native American people. You should remember that Andrew Jackson supported the Indian Removal Act, which kicked American Indians out of their homes, basically because white settlers wanted their land. The land they were living on in Georgia, there had been a discovery of gold, and other settlers just wanted it because it was good quality farmland. So once the white settlers wanted their land, the Native Americans were kicked out. And this led to one of the just a terrible human rights violations, one of the worst human rights violations in our nation's history, which is, of course, the Trail of Tears. You should remember that the Native American people, especially the Cherokee, were literally forced out of their homes. I mean, sometimes at bayonet point. The soldiers came and they literally just could take the clothes on their back. The soldiers went through their homes, looted their homes, stole all their supplies, and they left, and they were forced to march about 1,200 miles, so over 1,000 miles, to land set aside for them in the Oklahoma Territory. And due to the fact that they had inadequate supplies, they weren't prepared for the journey, there was terrible disease, just horrible suffering. More than 5,000 Cherokee died on the journey. All right, so now that we've finished with that, the next thing I need to review with you is this, which hopefully remember is Manifest Destiny. This is, of course, the artistic version of Manifest Destiny. Maybe you remember it as this. This was the idea that the United States should stretch from one side of the continent to the other. So, from sea to shining sea, as it were, from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean. All right. And the people who believed in Manifest Destiny strongly supported the U.S. takeover of Texas, of California, the Oregon Territory, and so on. And they really wanted to see this vision of a very large United States become a reality. And I know in this unit we talked a lot about the Mexican-American War and how it enabled us to gain all of this territory, California and the rest of it. But in reality, actually, when you look at the map and you really look at all of the different pieces that today make up America, war is actually the exception and not the rule. I mean, sure, yeah, California and the rest of that West Coast area, yes, we got that through war with Mexico. And naturally, the area between the Atlantic coast and the Mississippi River, we got that because we fought the Revolutionary War with Britain. Okay, so fine. But the rest of this area, really we got thanks to diplomacy, negotiations, and treaties. I mean, even Texas, yes, Texas fought a war for independence, but it was the people of Texas who fought a war for independence with Mexico. And after that war was completed, the U.S. government engaged in negotiations with the people of Texas. So I know that's a little gray area, but technically that was still thanks to diplomacy and negotiation that we got that land. Anyway, this was a short one, and we're done. This was the end of video 4.